Hey YouTube, this is Chris with FrozenSoldierAirsoft, back with another airsoft gun review. Today we're just going to be doing another kind of one of my impulse buys because I like Springer pistols and I've heard that this is supposed to be the most amazing Springer pistol on the market. This is the Taurus Spring PT 24/7. I believe it's licensed by CyberGun. That's how you can get the actual Taurus trays on it. Everyone says that this thing shoots phenomenally well, and it's also really comfy to hold. And I can totally attest that yes, this thing is awesome for a spring pistol. Like, this is like the Ferrari, or the Bugatti of airsoft spring pistols. Like, this is awesome. Obviously the box really isn't a whole lot that flashy. It tells about your gun, it says, ooh, it's officially licensed, does have a unique serial number, attack rail, and then it also says it shoots at 300 feet per, or 315 FPS. Doesn't tell you what BB, so I'm assuming it probably only shoots in, the high 200 range with .20s, which are perfect for this gun. This thing is laser accurate with the, with .20s. It does have the back system, so it is a non-adjustable hop-up, which is a plus, but at the same time kind of bad, because if you do it in factory right, it is like super duper accurate, but if they do it wrong, then there's no way to adjust it, and you kind of guys get my drift. But anyhow, guys, so let's open this box up. So as soon as you open the box, the first thing you're going to see is your Palco registration card. Pretty sweet. I'm going to fill this out right after the review and send it in for a 30-day warranty. Pretty sweet. And then on the back it also has the Palco Sports propaganda card telling you should go buy their junk. So anyhow, moving on. You do get this really Changlish-y rifle thing, whatever, or manual. I mean, like, what is this? It's a pretty horrible manual. I mean, like, look at that. There's just a bunch of random numbers in Chinese, and what is going on here? The only thing that's really cool is that, hey, comes a little parts list. So if you're going to take it apart, and then on the back side, tells you how to load it, how to put the magazine in there, how to pull the slide back, how to lube it up. So it's basically the booklet of common sense. Whoa, thanks Palco Sports, you're the best. Anyhow, moving on, you do get some pretty horrible BBs. Every CyberGun propaganda BB container that you get. I would not recommend using it in this gun, because this gun is actually pretty high quality for a spring pistol. I mean, you can use it if you want, but don't come crying if you break your gun with these BBs. I just used them in my cheaper spring pistols, and it worked fine. So anyhow, moving on to the gun. The whole point you're in this review. This gun is by far the coolest spring pistol I've ever seen in my entire life. This is so awesome. I mean, everything down to the weight. I mean, for a spring pistol, this has got a nice weight to it. Now obviously it's made out of completely plastic, so there is nothing. The only thing that's metal is, or actually I don't think there's anything that's metal on this gun. Actually, the internals are pretty solid metal. But the whole externals are made out of rubber and nylon fiber reinforced plastic, which is nice. The magazine, I believe, holds 25 or 23 rounds. It does have some pretty sweet trades on the bottom, if you can see that. It also got, trades on the slide, only on this side of the slide. Your serial number right there. And on the grips it has these nice Taurus. Now the grips are so comfortable. I mean, like, these are just incredibly comfortable. You won't drop this if you're shaking. As long as you got a good decent grip on it, it's not coming out of your hand. I mean, the grips are so comfortable. I wish they had these on gas blowback guns. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's a gas blowback model of a Taurus 24/7 somewhere floating around on the internet, but for a spring pistol, this is awesome. Does have a standard 20 millimeter tack rail, so you can put on flashlight, laser, or whatever you want to put on. That can take a 20 millimeter rail, just because it's cool. Now, one thing I really love, besides the fact that this thing has got a nice weight, an awesome feel, and just overall really sweet looking pistol, is when you run out of rounds, the slide locks back. What is cooler than that in a spring pistol? I mean, for $35, that's pretty sweet for a Springer. I mean, this is like, you know, if you want, I've rocked this before going against everyone that has gas blowback high kappas and 1911s, and I dominated with this thing. You know, unfortunately, I didn't have a camera at the time, which was sad because this is the most accurate spring pistol. This thing, no joke, is accurate almost to 100 feet. With a Springer pistol, what? Mind equals blown. But, you know, when you run out of ammo, your slide locks back, so it tells you when you're out. So literally just boom, and oh, I need, you know, put some rounds in the mag. Slap it back in, give it a good slap, and bang, there you go. Pretty awesome pistol. One thing I'd like to mention is the safety's right here, up for safety, and you cannot actually pull the trigger. You can still pull the trigger, but nothing will engage. As soon as you flip that back down, it'll go bang. And then this right here is actually where you disassemble it. Field stripping this thing is actually quite annoying, so I'm not going to do it on camera because it is kind of a difficult task. Well, another thing I'd like to say is that the sights are pretty sweet. They're like the previous gun that I had just reviewed, which is the CyberGun licensed Smith & Wesson M&P 40. Almost same exact white dotting on the sights, only the dots are larger. So this is definitely a pretty sweet pistol. Would I recommend this to, you know, hardcore serious airsoft players? Yes and no. I mean, obviously, you know, if you have guys rocking, you know, their $300 pistols and they've dumped, you know, tons and tons of money and upgraded, there's just nothing that you can compare. But if you just want to go Springer, Rambo, pew pew, bang-tastic on the field one day, this thing has never misfired on me. This is the most reliable airsoft gun I've ever used. I mean, and I've only had it for a couple weeks, and, you know, I mean, it's just so perfect. I would definitely recommend it for the experienced player that just wants to go out there and just, you know, have a blast with a Springer pistol. Because what is more ridiculous than watching a guy run around like James Bond and popping people in the back that have, you know, $300-400 guns with a $35 Springer? I mean, there's nothing that you can compare to that. But anyhow, guys, that basically wraps up the review of this sweet little Springer pistol. Anyhow, guys, if you enjoyed the review, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.